is doing well today. Happy Monday and welcome to Self-Care Yoga Nidra. My name is Oakley. If I haven't had the pleasure of teaching you before, it is wonderful to meet you this evening. Let's go through just some brief housekeeping around this class. You need a couple of props that you can find in your home. Just a couple of cushions from your bed are perfect. If you are lucky enough to have a bolster at home, also wonderful. And just a blanket for tonight as well. If you have like extra cushions, they're always good as well, just to make sure you're super comfy for the meditation. And we will move into a few supported poses during our flow as well. If anyone has any injuries, guys, please let me know in the channel. I will keep an eye on it for the next couple of moments. And I'm just repasting my playlist into the chat. So if you would like to use my music, guys, there's a playlist there on Spotify that you can use that's designed for the class. Otherwise, we'll get started and get settled in. So we've made it to Monday night. That's a huge accomplishment. So well done, guys. You've made it through Monday and it's time to relax and to really wind down now for our self-care practice. So let's begin by just taking a comfortable seat, crossing the legs, bringing hands onto the knees, palms facing up or in the lap, whatever feels best for you really. And just bowing the heads. And we'll start tonight with a breathing practice to help activate the relaxation response in the nervous system. So with the eyes closed and the head relaxed, you might like to just roll the shoulders a few times backwards and maybe a few times forwards as well. And then just settling into your seat and bringing awareness to your breath. And just taking a few comfortable, natural breaths to start, guys. Breathing into the nose, out through the nose. Breathing into the nose and breathing out through the nose. I'm going to practice a very simple breathing technique tonight. It's just an extended exhalation, still in and out of the nose, no special other type of breath, no ujjayi, nothing like that. Just a gentle extended exhale. So as you breathe, I'd like you to just focus on making your exhale 2 counts longer than your inhale. Breathing into the nose, just counting the comfortable inhalation. And breathing out through the nose, making your exhale 2 counts longer than your inhale. And we'll practice this just for a moment to help settle in and come to a place of peace and stillness. Breathing into the nose, out through the nose, extending your exhalation. Breathing into the nose, extending your exhalation. And taking just 3 more rounds of this breath. Lovely. And after that final exhalation, just returning to your natural, comfortable rhythm of breath in and out of your nose. And when you're ready, just blinking the eyes open. And that pranayama, that breathing technique, is a really great breath for any time that you're feeling worried or anxious or stressed or even just in a really low mood, to help pick you up and relax you. So let's bring the hands alongside us, palms facing up. We're going to take an inhale, reaching the arms up just to lengthen the back. And on the exhale, come to a fold, float the arms in front of you, bring the hands out, relax the head, press into the fingertips to help create a little bit of tension through the arms, and then relax the head, relax the arms. Maybe roll the head a few times to release the neck. And take 3 breaths, guys, breathing into the nose and out through the nose. Breathing into the nose, out through the nose. Take 1 more breath. 1 more exhale. And slowly just unravel and unroll up your spine. Lovely, guys. Roll the shoulders back. If you're sat up on a cushion like me, you can just move your cushion out to the side from underneath you and make your way onto the knees and the hands. We're going to move through a few cat and cows. So knees under the hips, wrists under the shoulders, fingers spread nice and wide. And we'll move with the breath. Inhale, roll the shoulders back, relax the belly, lift the heart. And as you exhale, curl the spine up, bring the chin towards the chest. Lovely, guys. So moving with the breath, look down at your mat or your floor. Inhale, open the body, look up. Exhale, reverse, curving the spine. Okay, so continue with these movements, moving as you breathe, just with your breath. But I'm going to encourage you to bring a little bit of mindfulness into our practice tonight, as mindfulness can be a super powerful practice of self-care. Can help to bring us into the present, take us away from those worries or vicious, anxious cycles we can get into in our thoughts, and bring us back into the body. Help us connect to the breath. So as you move from cat to cow, just notice how you're feeling. Bring awareness into the body. Lovely, guys. Move through 1 more, breathing in and breathing out. Slowly come back to a flat back, neutral spine. Tuck the toes, sit back and lift into downward facing dog. Again, bring awareness into the body. Notice how you're feeling. You might pedal out the feet. You might nod out or shake out the head. But just notice how the physical body is feeling in the pose. If the backs of the legs are tight this evening. If the shoulders and neck is feeling sensitive. Taking a few more breaths. So looking at your feet, making sure they are hip width apart, lifting up through your tailbone and making a triangle shape with the body. Nice, guys. Relax the head, ignore what I'm doing. Looking at the screen, I'm only doing that so I can project my voice a little bit more. You should relax your head so your neck is nice and long. Take 1 more breath. 1 more exhale. And we're going to take the hands back towards the feet tonight. So bend into your knees and then walk the hands backwards towards your feet. So you come to the backs of your mats or wherever you're standing. Catch the elbows in the hands, relax the head. Let everything soften in the fold. So knees are soft, arms are soft, head is heavy, maybe a little shake or a little nod. And we're going to take 5 breaths here, guys, breathing into the nose and out through the nose, letting the shoulders drop down heavily, letting the head relax heavily. Lovely. Again, connecting to how you're feeling in this posture. And this flow is going to be gentle, grounding, but I really want you to bring awareness to any sensations you feel in the mind or the body tonight. Take a last breath in. On the exhale, bring the hands down in front of the feet. We're just going to walk the hands back. So hands are open to shoulder width. And we're going to step into the right foot and bring the left foot forwards between the hands. Dropping down onto that back knee. Good. Untuck the toes. Now you can either bring the hands up to rest on the left knee, roll the shoulders back and lift the heart, or you can take the arms up, either interlacing the fingers, keeping the tops of the arms alongside the ears, or you can bring the hands back, thumbs to the neck, and lift the heart a little bit higher. So coming into a heart opening pose now, guys. Remember to support yourself if you need to in this practice. We're practicing in self-care. So remember to be kind to your body this evening, kind to yourself. If you like, you can even bring the hands to the hips and the lower back and just support the lower back a little bit as we lift the heart. Breathing in, breathing out, lifting the chest up towards the sky. One more breath, my loves. One more exhale. Good. Bring the right hand inside your left foot now, and we're going to take the left arm forwards and then open. So straight line from wrist to wrist in this pose. If you're feeling like you want a little bit more of a dynamic practice tonight, you can tuck the back toes and lift that back leg up, or you can keep the knee down if you'd like, guys. 3 breaths. Breathing into the nose, out through the nose. Maybe the left arm drops behind you for the last 2 breaths. Breathing in, breathing out. One more inhale, one more exhale. If your right leg is lifted, drop it down, untuck the toes, and bring the left hand down either side of that left foot. We're going to tuck the right toes under and step the feet together at the top of the mat to meet. Take the arms up behind you, either reaching to the ceiling, interlacing the hands to stretch into the shoulders, or bringing the hands to prayer at the back if you'd like. So 3 options there, guys. Take whichever feels right for you. Little bend at the knees if you'd like, or straight legs. Relax the head. Look behind the legs rather than down so the neck is long. And take 3 breaths. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Take one last breath, one last exhale. And we're going to slowly just unravel and unwind to come all the way up. Our only standing pose of our sequence tonight, guys. Inhale, reach the arms up, grow long in the body. And exhale, float the hands down either side of your feet. Step the left foot back, step the right foot back. You can come down through plank or onto the knees. I'm a little bit tongue-tied tonight. Lower chest and chin. Inhale, ripple forwards, either low on the belly. Pause here if that's enough for the lower back, or if you'd like to go deeper, press the hands down and lift onto the tops of your feet. Take 1 breath. And exhale, child's pose. Take a pause in your child's pose. If you'd like to go deeper, of course there's an option. You can extend the arms out a little bit further and come into heart melting pose. So your heart literally melts towards the ground, either resting chin on the ground or cheek. Or child's pose if you prefer. We're going to be here for a few breaths, guys. I'd like you to bring your awareness back into the body, back into that inner space of awareness. And just mentally ask yourself the question, how am I feeling today? How am I feeling today? Just asking and allowing whatever comes up to be there, to be present. Often we know what we need. Our bodies, our minds, they know what we need. We just often need to give them the space to speak. Taking 1 more breath, 1 more exhale. We're going to roll back up just through tabletop, tuck the toes and lift back up to your downward facing dog, guys. Breathe in and breathe out. Maybe pedal out the feet, maybe shake out the head. And bringing the weight into the left foot when you're ready. step your right foot forwards between the hands, plant the foot down and come onto the left knee. Untuck the toes. Inhale, reach the arms up, come into a heart opening pose. Either hands on that front leg, if you'd like to give yourself a little bit more support tonight, guys, this is a great option. Arms can reach up, interlacing fingers, reaching upwards, arms alongside ears, or the thumbs can make their way to the back of the neck and you can go a little bit deeper, lifting the heart up. Remember not to collapse into the lumbar spine in this pose. It can be really easy to drop back and to collapse into the back. So lift up from the heart, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Lovely, guys, one more breath. One more exhale. And slowly just release the arms. We're going to place the left hand inside the right this time. Take the right arm forwards to open into the shoulder. Either keeping that back leg down or tucking the toes and lifting to make this pose a little bit more dynamic. So it's whatever you need from your practice tonight, guys. Breathing in, breathing out. You might float that right arm back for the last few breaths. Breathing in, breathing out. One more inhale. One more exhale. If that back leg is lifted, guys, drop it down. Place the right hand either side of your front foot. We're going to tuck the toes. Step the right foot back. Either lower through plank or lower onto the knees. Bring the chest down. Inhale to move your body forwards, coming either to a low cobra or an upward facing dog. Taking a breath in. And on this exhale, tucking the toes and lifting straight up into downward facing dog. We'll take 3 breaths here, guys. Just seeing if the heels can maybe edge a little bit closer to the mat as we're getting slightly warmer in the body. Notice if distractions have crept into your mind. And you can always help to anchor back to the breath when that happens. Breathing into the nose and out through the nose. I'm going to take one more breath. And on the exhale, come down onto the knees. Cross the ankles behind you and make your way onto your sitting bones. Take the legs out in front. We're going to come down into a fold. So making sure that you're sat flat on your sitting bones, legs out, extended. If you have any lower back problems, guys, or tightness this evening, pop yourself up on a cushion if you'd like. Inhale, reach the arms up. And as you exhale, reach and then soften. Just gently over the legs. And the hands don't need to connect with the feet by any means. The arms can relax alongside the legs. Relaxing the head, keeping the toes up. And often the urge with this pose is to tug your way in to get deeper. But tonight we're going to use the breath to get deeper into this pose. So keep the head as relaxed as you can. And bring your awareness down to your lower belly. So lower abdomen, below the navel. Breathe into the lower belly. And as you exhale, see if you can create a little bit more space to soften into. Breathe into the lower belly. Exhale, gently creating space. Taking 3 more breaths like that, guys. Inhaling. Exhaling just to soften a little bit more. Shoulders are still relaxed. Head is still relaxed. Just allowing yourself to go deeper with each breath. Last inhalation. Last exhalation. Slowly just unravel, turn the palms down, uncurl up the spine, and we're going to roll the head up very last of all. And then bring the hands behind you. Now, you can either come up in a slightly more dynamic way or a slightly gentler way. So whichever option feels right for you this evening, guys. There's really no right or wrong. It's whatever your body needs. So hands under the shoulders, fingers facing in towards the body. You can either press down into the palms and begin to just lift the legs and the hips up off the mat, so you're in a reverse plank. Or you can step the feet in, feet open to hip width, and lift the hips up to come into a reverse tabletop. Relax the head down and keep a little bend at the elbows. Keep the elbows squeezing in towards each other, so you're lifting up from the heart, whichever option you're in, lifting up from the hips and breathing into the pose. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathe into the belly and out. Nice, guys. Last breath. Last exhale. And slowly just lower yourself back down onto the ground. So we're going to need our cushions, those supports for the next few poses, guys. So grab your 2 pillows and your cushions, and we're going to bring them out in front. You might not want them for this pose, but I'd suggest Monday evening come in with cushions and make it restorative. But of course, it's up to you. I'm going to bring the hands either side of the cushions and just come back onto the knees. I'm going to come into a supported pigeon this evening. So wrist stack under your shoulders. Take your left knee to the back of your left wrist. Slide your right leg away. And you can adjust this front leg so that the lower leg can come a little bit closer to being parallel with the front of the mat if you like. Squaring the hips forwards. Inhaling to lengthen up through the crown of the head. And as you exhale, slowly lower yourself down onto the supports. And of course, if you'd like to go deeper, guys, all you need to do is take one cushion away maybe, or take both supports away. You can of course come down into a full pigeon if you'd like. So hips are square, relax the shoulders. Make sure the head is supported, whichever option you're in, guys. So if you're without supports, maybe supporting the head just with the hands or a blanket, or resting the head on the pillows. And in this pose, bringing awareness back to the breath. Just inviting a little bit more mindfulness into this practice. Noticing how you're feeling in the body. And noticing how you're feeling in the mind. Sometimes, especially in this pose, resistance can come up. Resistance to move into these places that we sometimes harbour kind of stuck energy, stuck emotions. Tend to store a lot in the hips. So in your pigeon pose, really breathe into the hips. Just breathing into any stickiness, any tightness, and any resistance that you may be feeling. See if you can just let it melt away on your exhalation. And for our final 5 breaths in the pose, guys, you might be comfortable exactly where you are. You may wish to go a little bit deeper. It's up to you. Breathing into the nose and out through the nose. Breathing into the nose and out through the nose. Taking 3 last breaths, just in your own time, Maybe coming down closer to the mat, removing bolsters or pillows for the last few breaths. And breathing fully, taking your last inhale and your last exhale. Slowly, just walking the hands back under your shoulders. Use an inhale to roll up and exhale, let the breath go. Just moving any cushions that might be in your way, guys. We're going to tip over onto the left hand side, so onto your left hip. And we're going to swing that back leg around to come into a seated twist. So right leg comes forwards, wrap it around the left knee, as you can see here. Bring your left hand to your right knee. Take the right arm up. Inhale. And as you exhale, float that right arm behind you and look over the right shoulder. So right hand can be down on the ground, or you might be on the fingertips, depending on the length of your spine. Looking over your right shoulder. And you can keep your left arm there, just drawing the knee in, or your left elbow might connect to the outside of the right knee to get you a little bit deeper into the twist. So imagining that you're unraveling the upper body, any tension in the twist. We'll take 5 breaths, breathing into the nose, out through the nose, breathing into the nose, out through the nose. On the inhale, growing tall. On the exhale, opening into the chest. 2 last breaths. And no rush, taking your last breath. And slowly, just turning the head back to center. Lovely, guys. Unravel the arms, just bring the hands over to the opposite side. Unwind the legs and come back onto your knees, preparing for the opposite side of your pigeon pose. So either coming in supported, if you'd like, guys, pillows out in front of you, or if you prefer without, also absolutely perfect. So open the knees under the hips just to set yourself up, wrists under the shoulders. Take your right knee to the back of your right wrist and then slide your left leg away. And you might be able to bring that front leg a little bit closer to being in line with the front of the mat. Set yourself up by inhaling to lengthen. And as you exhale, lift and then gently soften forwards, either onto supports or down onto the mat. Just remember, listen to what you need this evening, guys. If you want to get a more restorative response, a more relaxing practice, I'd suggest pillows. But if you'd like to go a little bit deeper, of course, you can come to lay down towards the ground. Relaxing the shoulders, making sure the head is supported. Squaring the hips and making any last little movements or adjustments you need to make. And then finding stillness in this pose. And really allowing yourself to relax into that stillness, whether you've had a busy, stressful day or whether you've had a quiet, peaceful day, whatever's happened throughout your day, guys, whatever is going on for you at the moment, mentally, physically, emotionally, this is the time to relax. Allow yourself to let go. And just knowing there's nowhere else to go. There's nothing else to do. You are exactly where you should be. the last few breaths, maybe you travel deeper into the pose if that feels like the right direction for you. Maybe moving supports away and coming down. And taking your final 5 breaths, breathing into that opening sensation at the right hip, breathing in, out through the nose, and breathing in, out through the nose, and inhaling, exhaling, breathing in, and breathing out. Taking your last 2 breaths. And after that final exhale, slowly just walk the hands back in under the shoulders. Use an inhale to roll up the spine, breathing in. Exhale, let go of the breath. Tip over onto the right hip and swing that back leg around to wrap around your right knee. So left foot is forwards, right knee is right leg is underneath. Lots of lefts and rights. So take your right hand to your left knee, right hand, left knee, and take the left arm up. So left arm extends forwards, reaches upwards, and then we're going to open into that left shoulder by spiraling it all the way around and then dropping the left arm behind you. Looking over your back shoulder, so you're twisting gently, connecting to your sitting bones. And you can either draw the left knee in towards you, or you can use your right elbow as a little anchor point to help you come slightly deeper into the twist. We'll take 5 breaths here. Breathing in to grow tall, and breathing out to open. And breathing in to grow tall, breathing out to open. Inhaling, exhaling. Last few breaths, just in your own time. And last breath. Slowly turn the head to face forwards. Just take the arms over to the opposite side. And then sitting yourself up, just bring the soles of the feet together. And come into 2 last poses, and then we'll move into our Yoga Nidra practice this evening. So bring the soles of the feet close towards you, as close as feels okay for the hips. Hopefully the hips are feeling a little bit more open now after those pigeons. Bring the hands to the ankles, and we're just going to take an inhale to grow tall again, lengthening the back body. And as you exhale, slowly begin to soften. So elbows come in front of knees, slowly unraveling, just letting the head relax completely. And options with the arms, you can interlace the hands around the feet, or you can walk the fingertips away if you'd like to go slightly deeper in the fold. Final option is to just thread the forearms underneath the lower legs. Take 5 breaths into the fold. Keep your head relaxed, maybe nodding the head a few times yes, and maybe shaking the head a few times no. Beautiful, guys. Last few breaths. And slowly, just begin to unravel and unwind, rolling up the body, taking a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Bring the hands to the outside edges of the knees and draw the knees together, my loves. And for our final pose, and this might be your final pose of the evening, let's see how it feels. We're going to bring the pillows just underneath the knees, so the legs are going to be supported and you're going to come to lay flat. I would suggest just turning off lights at this point, my loves, and grabbing blankets so you have those close to you for the Yoga Nidra practice. So when you're ready, come to lay flat on the back of the body. And you can either just stay there, or if your back is feeling still a little bit stiff after those folds, you can bring the knees in, hug the arms around the knees, and maybe just take a little rock gently from side to side. And then when you're ready, just bring the legs to rest over the supports. Bring the hands just to rest on the belly. And we'll just spend the last moment of our asana practice just connecting again to your breath. So starting to breathe down into the lower belly and breathing out through the nose. Feeling the lower belly rise into the palms as you inhale and fall as you exhale. Feeling the belly rise as you inhale and gently fall as you exhale. And taking just a few more breaths. Just helping to activate the relaxation response in the body and helping us prepare for our Yoga Nidra practice. In your own time, my loves, just take 3 final breaths. Breathing down to your lower belly and out through your nose. Breathing down to the lower belly, out through the nose. And taking one final deep breath in and one final deep breath out. If you're comfortable where you are, you can stay exactly as is with the legs supported. You could use the feet to just roll pillows and bolsters away and come to lay flat. Make sure you're warm enough for our Yoga Nidra meditation, guys. We're going to be laying just flat on the mat in a comfortable position for the rest of our practice tonight. I would suggest covering yourself with a blanket as your core body temperature will drop a little bit throughout this practice. So take a moment to just get yourself set up and comfortable. Maybe turning off lights. Making any last adjustments. And coming to a place of stillness. Well done, guys. And as you settle in, I'll just tell you some of the benefits of Yoga Nidra. So getting to a comfortable, final relaxed position. So if you're new to Yoga Nidra, Yoga Nidra is like a yogic sleep. It's where we move to this place of kind of conscious relaxation. So a deep, deep relaxation. And practicing this particular style of meditation, of relaxation, can help to activate the relaxation response in the nervous system. So it can help to actually improve the functioning of your autonomic nervous system, which is great. It can reduce stress, anxiety and depression, improve the quality of your sleep, and also help you to connect to yourself and how you're feeling. So this is a really mindful practice as well. Okay. So closing the eyes down. And taking a few deep breaths. Breathing into the nose. Out through the mouth. Breathing into the nose. And out through the mouth. Inhaling. And exhaling. And imagining that you're switching on your internal focus, your inner world. And I'd like you to imagine that you're lighting a flame internally. So lighting an inner candle. And we'll use this inner light to slowly just guide us through the body as we relax every muscle completely. So beginning by bringing awareness to the space between the eyebrows. Focusing on your third eye. Relaxing your brow. Relaxing the temples. Relaxing the expression of the face. As you slowly scan from the third eye just down to the throat. Relaxing the jaw. Maybe bringing a small gap between top and bottom teeth to help soften this space. And imagining that inner light, that inner flame beginning to burn brightly at the center of the chest. And I invite you to slowly follow this light as it guides you from the center of the chest, the heart space, down to the navel. And as you follow that light, begin to relax every muscle, every bone, and every cell in the front of the body. Allowing the belly to soften. Allowing everything to soften. Slowly following that inner light as it guides you back to the top of your neck. Bringing awareness to the back of the body now. And slowly following that inner flame, that gentle glowing light of awareness, as it guides you from the top of your neck and slowly leads you down the spine, moving vertebrae by vertebrae as you slowly travel down from the upper back to the middle back, to the lower back, allowing the back body to relax completely, allowing every muscle, every bone, and every cell to soften, every part of the back body that connects to the ground to feel heavy, to feel supported, and to feel held. Continuing to breathe in and out of the nose. Bringing your awareness to the top of the left shoulder as that inner light just gently flickers into this space. And allow the light to just gently guide you down your left arm, relaxing every muscle from the tip of your left shoulder, slowly just travelling down to the left elbow. And slowly travelling down to the left wrist. Allowing the left arm to relax completely. Every muscle, every bone, and every cell. And following that gentle, flickering light as it lovingly guides you from the left wrist to the tips of the fingers, relaxing the left hand, and allowing the left arm to just gently soften. Bringing your awareness, that gentle flickering light, over to the top of your right shoulder. And allow it to gently guide you from the right shoulder to the right elbow. Upper arm softens. Right elbow to right wrist. Lower arm softens. Allow the right arm to completely relax, letting every muscle, every bone, and every cell soften. Allow that inner light to guide you from the right wrist to the tops of the fingertips, relaxing the right hand, the fingers, the palm, letting your right arm relax completely. Allow it to feel heavy. Allow it to soften. Continuing to breathe, allowing any distractions to melt away with the breath. And allowing that inner flickering, gently glowing light to guide your awareness to the top of your left hip. And allow it to slowly guide you from the left hip down to the left knee. Upper leg relaxes. And from the left knee, allow it to slowly guide your focus to the left ankle. Lower leg relaxes. travelling from your left ankle. Allow that gently flickering light to travel from the ankle to the toes. Allowing your left foot to completely relax. And slowly scanning from the sole of that foot back up to the top of your left leg. Allowing your left leg to relax completely now. Allow it to feel held. Allow it to feel heavy. And allow it to soften. Allow that inner flickering light to guide your focus to the top of your right leg. And slowly let it guide you down to the right knee. Top of the leg relaxes. Right knee to right ankle. Lower leg relaxes. Let the right foot relax. Every muscle, every bone, and every cell. Allow your right leg to soften as you slowly follow that gently flickering light from the sole of the right foot back up the right leg. And continuing to breathe at a gentle, comfortable pace. Bringing that inner light of awareness and resting it back between the eyebrows. Slowly scanning from the third eye back down to the soles of your feet. And allowing the entire body, every bone, every muscle, every single cell relaxing. Every muscle, every bone, and every single cell softening. Allowing the mental body to relax now. Just knowing there's nothing you need to do. You are exactly where you need to be. For the final few moments of our practice together this evening, just allowing yourself to rest. If you notice your mind becoming distracted, guide your focus just back to your breath. Slowly bringing awareness back into the physical body. And just beginning to firstly just move the fingers and the toes. Just taking your time, moving slowly after our yogic sleep. You might like to take the arms out behind you and take a long stretch, if that feels good. And then in your own time, guys, no rush, move slowly, move mindfully. Just roll over onto one side and come into a fetal position for a few breaths. And just pausing there in a fetal pose, keeping the eyes closed, maybe bringing the hands under the lower temple to relax the head. I'd like to share one of my favourite, just short readings about self-care from Eleanor Brown. I think this is a really nice reminder of why self-care is so important. So Eleanor wrote, "Rest and self-care are so important. When you take time to replenish your spirit, it allows you to serve others from the overflow. You cannot serve from an empty vessel. You cannot serve from an empty vessel." I cannot stress that enough. You cannot serve from an empty vessel. And with that in mind, I invite you to just close this practice with an intention to welcome or invite or practice more self-care this week. And maybe just spend a moment considering what that might look like or mean for you. And when you're ready, you can just press yourself back up to a comfortable cross-legged seat. And let's just close down this practice by bringing the hands together in prayer and saying Namaste. Namaste. Guys, thank you for your energy, for joining me this evening. It's so strange, even though we're practicing in this way, virtually, I can still feel the energy from everyone. So that's really wonderful. And I'm really, really grateful to have been able to share this practice with you tonight. I hope everyone enjoyed it. And if you have any questions, guys, or comments, or just say hi in the chat, it's always lovely to just know who is there practicing, who's involved in this energy exchange. And I'll hang out for the next few moments if anyone does have any questions or anything. You can also find me on Instagram, guys. It's just Liz Joy Oakley for questions or to keep in touch. Otherwise, have a great sleep and drink lots of water because we did lots of deep breathing. Thank you, Anna. Lovely to hear from you. And yeah, hopefully after Yoga Nidra, everyone sleeps really well. You might still be asleep. That's also fine. Oh, thank you, Pauline. Lovely to connect with you. And for your lovely comment. Thank you so much for your energy. Really beautiful. Okay, my loves. If there's no more questions, I will say good night to everybody and just send some good vibes, some good thoughts, some well wishes out to you all. Thank you for joining us this evening.